Hi, we've got Mark French with us. And Mark, what exactly are you running for?
I'm running for Congress, which means the Congress is the Senate and the House. It's one of the three separation of powers. We have the Congress, and we have the executive branch, and we have the judicial branch. The Congress is made up of the Senate and the House. I'm running for the House.
Mark, what do you see as the major issues that need to be addressed in our nation right now?
I'd say the biggest issue is stealing. If we could just deal with the issue of stealing, we would make great strides. Just to expand that on a little bit, there's a book called The Law by Frederick Bastiat. It was written in the 1800s, and it defines the function of the law. The law is made to be a negative impact. It's not to be a positive impact. And what I mean by that is our United States Constitution is the law of the land, and the Declaration of Independence talks about us having unalienable rights to life, liberty, and property. And governments are made among men to secure these rights. That's what government is for, to secure our rights to life, liberty, and property. Now, when we get into a situation, cash for clunkers is an example, or any of this socialized legislation, socialized medicine, where you're taking from this group of people and giving money to this group of people, that's stealing from this group and giving it to this group. You know, we talk about this, the general welfare clause in the Constitution. It's there a couple of times. But the enumerated powers in Article 1, Section 8 is what that general welfare clause references. There's 18 specific entities in Article 1, Section 8 in the United States Constitution. And those 18 entities are designed to benefit the general welfare of all people in America. Now, people like to take and twist the general welfare clause to do things like socialized medicine and cash for clunkers and things like that. It's a breach of the intent of the United States Constitution. Now, just to demonstrate this idea of legal plunder that Frederick Bastiat points out in his book, The Law, that we use all the time in this cash for clunkers, for example, and the Bush stimulus package and all of these socialized type things, is we think that we have a democracy. Well, we don't have a democracy here in the United States. What we have is a constitutional republic. We have a representative government that's based on the law, which is the Constitution. Now, when the majority rules to take this group of people's stuff and give it to this group of people, that's just legal plunder. It's not right, it's not moral, but it's lawful. What we have here in this nation is it's kind of a sport. The goal is not doing what's right or what's moral, it's winning at any cost. And so you use the law, you sneak around in the books, and you find this little provision, and you find this little provision, so then you can sneak over and use the law to take this group's rights from them, their property, and give it to this group. That's this redistribution of wealth idea, and it's stealing. It's simply stealing. So an example would be is say you have me and two other people here, and I happen to like this guy's tie, and I say, okay, I whisper to this guy, say, hey, I'll give you $5 if you vote with me to take this guy's tie. 2-1, we take the guy's tie. And you say, well, how about you keep your $5? I want his shoes. I'll vote with you. I get his tie. You vote with me. You get his shoes. That's democracy. That's legal plunder. Now, the person that got robbed just now is very angry, and rightly so. It's in our souls to be angry when we're stolen from. That person had his rights infringed upon. He was stolen from legally, and it's legal. That's democracy. It's mob rule. A republic based on the Constitution, it doesn't matter how many people vote against that man. Nobody can touch his shoes. Nobody can touch his tie unless he agrees to give it up. It doesn't matter if there's a whole universe of people voting against him. He has his rights of life, liberty, and property, period.
Mark, what made you decide to run for office?
Well, I couldn't sit back and watch us degrade into socialism. I see our history, and our veterans fought and died against socialism, against communism. And here we are inviting it in, and it's, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see that we're going the wrong way. And my kids, well, I'm only 46 myself, so there's a future for myself, and there's definitely a future for my kids. And if we don't get in there and fight, we're going to totally lose our way of life.
Let me ask you this, Mark. Do you have a strategy? How are things going? Do you think you can win?
Well, that's a really good question. When I first decided to put both boots in the stirrup, so that was February 18th. I didn't know if I was just doing this as an exercise of obedience to God, or if this was really something that I could win. And to start with, it was just kind of a step of obedience with my eyes wide open. But now I can see victory. I've been around this state. I've been to Ekalaka and Sydney and Billings and Bozeman and now Libby, and I've talked to people in the Southwest, Dillon, and the voters are there. There's no doubt in my mind. The voters are there for victory. And so my strategy is to touch the people. I want to get in front of the people and allow you to do due diligence on me. I want you to research me. You're free to call my employer. You can call my pastor. You can research me on the web. Do whatever you want. I have nothing to hide from you. And I want to get in front of you and allow you to do the research so when you go behind the curtain on June 8th, that you can put a check mark in my box and do that with good conscience. And to allow you to do that, I've got my work to do. And one of the things we want to do is I want to what I envision is a motor home with a big trailer on the back and banners on the side. And I want to do about a 15-day tour around Montana. I want to schedule events in each of the towns a couple weeks in advance to give people a chance to be ready, and then go to that town and have a little rally and get the people that see life the way I do, and go around town and knock on doors and give people the literature and drop signs off and bumper stickers and kind of make a wave out through Montana, all around every little town, and give the people the chance to read the material, to do the research, and make a conscious choice on June 8th. That's my strategy.